What up with it? Welcome to Behind the Curtain, the Mandalorian no cap recap, and I am cue my drop.
Joe.
Blacula.
Good looking out. Now, season 3, episode 3, chapter 19 checks in roughly at 58 minutes and is titled The Convert. But who is the convert?
It's a trap.
Episode 3 kicks off right where we left off at the end of episode 2. Den and Bo just got up out of the living waters from when Bo just got Den from the bottom. He's waking up because he'd passed out, coughing up water and whatnot. So Bo wants to know did Den see anything while he was down there? Does he remember anything? Did he see that big eye? Nope. Alright bro, get your proof that you took your bath, that you've cleansed yourself, let's shake it. He gets his water, he gets his proof, he puts it in this little vial. They're heading back to Kalevala, Bo's crib. Bam! They're getting shot at and hit by TIE interceptors. Nerd alert! Not the TIE fighters. There is a difference between the TIE fighter and the TIE interceptor.
I don't care.
It's a trap.
They get Den back to his ship on Kalevala so that he can help. He does, wipes out the interceptors, fight's over. That whole fight actually was a dope scene. But just as soon as we think that it's over, about 20 more TIE interceptors pop up and blow up Bo's castle, her crib. That throne that she'd been posted up on. Gone. Yeah, that fight wasn't over. That first batch was the pawns. They shake it, they gotta go somewhere. Cut to a shot of Coruscant. Got introduced to this planet in Star Wars Episode 2. The whole planet is like one big city. This is where the story shifts for a few ticks.
It's a trap.
We see Amnesty scientist L52 or Dr. Penn Pershing. Finally a name that I ain't gotta guess if I got it right or not. Met him back way in the Mandalorian episode 1. My man's clearly has nervous problems because he has been through a lot. He keeps grabbing his earlobe. Is something gonna be about that? The doc is giving a speech and I think what used to be like the Senate room where all the senators used to meet. That room where the Emperor and Yoda had that big fight. The doc is basically saying that he was strong-armed by the Empire to do these bogus experiments, but he actually wants to get back to doing good experiments. He's a refugee now. He stays in the Amnesty housing for all the other Imperial refugees that either snitched or gave up. We also get reintroduced to Elia Kane. She was actually with the Empire as well, and Doc Penn was shook when he saw her on first sight. Sidebar, these two are in these refugee uniforms that all of them have to wear while they're being cuffed up in these refugee camps. But these two uniforms that these two got on specifically look like Imperial uniforms. I'm just saying. It's the whole cut of the collars and whatnot.
It's a trap.
So look, I'm gonna wrap up this part of it real quick like. He ain't feeling the gig, he's wasting his true talents, he's wasting his time. Tell me about it, fam. He wants to get back to some real work. The New Republic ain't shit either. More bureaucratic political red tape. Elia sides up to him. She slips him some old Imperial biscuits in a box. They get cool, they eat space ice cream, a photon fizzle. That's what it's called. They kind of look like they're on a date. He likes her now, or at least he trusts her. She wants to get him back to what he does. They go on a short heist to get a mobile lab station from an Imperial scrapyard. Not that the Empire has a scrapyard. This is a scrapyard where they keep all the Imperial stuff. My man Doc Penn gets caught. Elia doesn't. Looks like my man Doc was set up like Marion Barry.
Marion Barry was like, bitch, set me up.
Yeah.
Set me up.
That part. Or did she? Last thing that we see from them is that my man's Doc Penn is getting his brain wiped. Whatever they're doing, I'm thinking it's kind of like shock therapy for the Star Wars universe.
It's a trap.
Okay, so what the hell happened to Den and Bo? Cut back to them. They're now back at the planet where the armor bearer was. They tell them that they shouldn't be there. They ain't down anymore. Den shows his proof from the living waters, gives it to the armor bearer. Armor bearer confirms it. Now, seeing that Bo-Katan went in the waters after Den and that she hadn't taken her helmet off, she's technically back in the group now as well, but she ain't with all those old order rules and whatnot. But Den is back in. They have a low-key party, but they can't eat nothing, can't sip on nothing. No cookies, no Kool-Aid.
Come on. It's a trap.
Star Wars is known for doubling back. You'll always see something that you've seen. Easter eggs, be it out front or kind of ducked off in the back. In Return of the Jedi Episode 6, there was a species called the Mon Calamari. This species has these huge fish heads. The main one that I knew that everybody knew was Admiral Akbar, and his famous line was,
"It's a trap."
So when they first showed one of these Mon Calamari dudes earlier in the episode, the first thing that I thought of was that line, "It's a trap."
It's a trap.
Now that dude didn't say it then, which I was expecting on sight, but they ain't let me down by actually having Dr. Penn say it. And the fish dude that was actually about to give my man these shock treatment therapists actually kind of looked off to the side like, what the hell, that's my line.
It's a trap.
Good looking out on that one. In conclusion, I think it's dope how they split off this episode into like another micro series, which they're known to do. They did it on the book of Boba Fett. Boba seriously needed some help with that story, man. Once again, the title of this episode was called The Convert. Now you'd think that the title of this episode was talking about Din, but maybe it's Doc Penn, maybe it's Bo-Katan, maybe it's that snitch Elia. I don't know.
It's a trap.
Alright people, it's a wrap. Holla Black at you for season 3, episode 4, chapter 20. That's it. Now, season 3, episode 4, chapter 20 clocks in roughly at 32 minutes and is titled The Foundling. Spoiler alert! Out the gate, this episode is directed by Carl Apollo Creed, Action Jackson, Dylan Grief Karga Weathers.
This is it, man. That's the bomb time.
Episode 4 kicks off on a planet that the Mandalorians are camped out on that I absolutely cannot find the name of. The Mandalorian youth, or the Foundlings, are on the beach being trained. As a matter of fact, actually everybody's on the beach training. Din decides that he wants Grogu in on some of the training with some paint darts, and he actually holds his own. Does 2 flips, pops off 3 paint darts, game over. Youngin, who just lost to Grogu, whose name is Ragnar. He soaks off and this dragon type, pterodactyl type flying creature swoops down and cuffs him. Sidebar. Shout out to my bro Reg once again for pulling my coattails to the fact that this planet is not safe. I mean, even when they chilling, they got to keep their head on a swivel at all times. The other Mandalorians take chase. The jetpacks ain't got enough gas, sputters out. I'm learning that these jetpacks ain't meant for long distance. Riddle me this. I need to know exactly how are they controlling these damn jetpacks.
I don't care.
The Mandalorians regroup, they head back out. Grogu stays with the armorer, not the armor bearer. She tells Grogu to follow her to the forge. She's making him something, that's what she does. While she's banging it out, the banging actually triggered my man Grogu's trauma. And we get this short visual of what Grogu went through during the Order 66 and how he actually got away and got off of Coruscant. Grogu went through and I felt bad about that. Nerd alert! So this Black Jedi saves Grogu. I hate spoiler alerts, especially when I haven't had time to write my reviews down yet, and Entertainment Weekly sent me this email with this big picture of the Black Jedi on there, and as soon as I saw his face, I knew exactly who that was. It was the actor that actually played the physical embodiment for Jar Jar Binks in episode 1.
Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
Shut the fuck up.
The brother's name is Ahmed Best, or Ahmed Best. He's playing the Black Jedi Kelleran. Cut back to the armorer's cave. She's made Grogu like this little breastplate to wear underneath his Jedi robe. It is official, Grogu is a Mandalorian in training. The whole sequence with how the Mandalorians actually work together to get the youngin' from the dragon's nest, that was dope. Watching how they had to scale those mountain walls, the campfire, the eating rules that Din Djarin had to pull Bo-Katan's coattails on. Yeah, that whole demo was dope. The Mandalorians find the dragon's nest, the flying pterodactyl's nest, whatever the hell it is, they find it. They get rushed by the baby dragons. Moms pops back up because she had dipped off for a hot second. She comes back to feed them. Come to find out that Moms actually swallowed Ragnar. The youngin' that they're actually there for, she regurgitates him. She regurgitates Ragnar, snatches up Big Swole or Paz Vizsla. Come to find out that Paz Vizsla is Ragnar's pops. That's the reason why he rushed the scene so quick. So the dragon cuffs up Ragnar, takes off. Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, Paz Vizsla, everybody takes chase. Long story short, the dragon winds up dropping Ragnar. Din Djarin cuffs him out the sky. I think that was Din. Bo-Katan loses a shoulder pad, dragon about to get out the water, and the dinosaur from Jurassic World jumps up. Nope. Gotcha. Actually, it looked like one of those hybrid alligator turtles from episode 1. They make it back to the home front, got the youngling, and these cats are actually celebrating, clapping it up and whatnot. Sidebar. All this time I thought that being kind of cold-blooded was the Mandalorian way. Nah, I actually think it's Din Djarin and Boba Fett, that's it.
Come on, come on.
Paz Vizsla has been side-eyeing Din since Din scuffed him when they had the battle over the Darksaber. But here's the thing, my man Din saved Paz Vizsla's son, and Paz had to show him that he appreciated by saying just this, thank you. And Din responded back, no problem, my boy. This is the way. That is how men are supposed to handle their differences. By getting your son cuffed up by a flying dragon and retrieving him and whatnot. Also, the armorer says that Bo-Katan has really been coming through for the squad since she got down. The armorer sees that Bo-Katan is missing a shoulder pad. She says, let's go huddle up, I'ma take care of you. I'm realizing right now in the moment that these are actually 2 women having a bonding moment. So Bo-Katan is like, hey, armorer. I hope I didn't call her the armor bearer again earlier. Bo is like, hey, I saw the mythosaur. Armor is like, well, you're on the path now. That's going to happen. You're going to get visions. Bo is like, no, I actually saw the mythosaur. The armor is like, yeah, I'm calling Cap. This is the way. Bo is looking back at her like, yeah, all right, I tried to told you. In conclusion, the title of episode 4, The Foundling, could have been referring to Grogu or Ragnar. But now that I think about it in this actual live moment, could it actually have been referring to Bo-Katan? In this episode, though, we got Mandalorian training, a dragon heist, Mandalorian campfire eating etiquette, a black Jedi, the return of Jar Jar Binks, well actually not really,
Misa called Jar Jar Binks.
Shut the fuck up!
a father-son moment, real male bonding, a dragon buffet, and Grogu gets new underarm. I'm talking real underarm. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how this Bo-Katan situation is going to play out, and I'm hoping that honestly that this isn't the last time that we're going to see Black Jedi Kelleran. Man, cats hated Jar Jar Binks, and I was one of them, and I hate the thought that I think my man actually paid some of the price for that role. Alright people, it's a wrap. Holla Black at you for season 3, episode 5, chapter 21. That's it.
I have spoken.
Oh, dig how I remixed the Mandalorian theme music.